Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is very interesting. ये interesting इसलिए है because I'm gonna talk about the cultural differences I felt after moving to Europe from India. मैं सिर्फ पोर्चुगल सिर्फ स्पेन की बात नहीं कर रही हूँ because it will be unfair. So I'm gonna talk about both. So that's why I'm saying Europe. The first and the foremost thing जो सबसे ज़्यादा मेरे को आते ही करनी पड़ी that is the use of tissue papers. तो यहाँ पे you don't get jet sprays इंडिया की तरह, but हाँ अलग से हैंड मिलते हैं, मतलब अलग से, but in general when you will move immediately यहाँ पे you will get tissue papers for the bathrooms. Second thing was like you are on your own. It's a good thing and a bad thing, and because of that you have to manage everything on your own. For example, you will be the maid, you will be the cleaner, you will be everything that we get help from other people in India. यहाँ पे it's like आप सब कुछ है, क्लीनर, कुक, शेफ, एवरीथिंग. एंड हमें हाउस हेल्प नहीं है यहाँ पे. हाउस हेल्प इज़ अवेलेबल बट इट्स नॉट वेरी कॉमन हियर बिकॉज the salaries are fixed in Europe. Like they have a minimum wage, so that minimum wage is very high for common people to like afford a house help. Why it's like not very usual, and that is the reason. Third thing is like if you go out on a Sunday and think I'm gonna do my groceries on Sunday or something, no, big no. So in Portugal there are certain supermarkets like Continent, etc., that are open even on Sundays because I don't know. But in Spain there are like one or two, maybe, very rare. It's very rare to find any supermarket that is open on Sunday. And not just supermarket, imagine, I don't know I should say this, but in Spain you're like during the lunch hour, first they open the shops very late. For example, if you want to get a print or a photocopy, etc., they will open shops like really late, around 9:30, 10 a.m., and they close around 2 and then open around 4:30 or 5 p.m. till 8 p.m. maybe, and it depends. So it's very hard here to get your work done in those hours. Even you can't get a taxi. It's very hard to find a taxi during the lunch breaks. Apna India is like so cool because in India you can get, even on public holidays or any holidays, you will get at least one shop open for printouts, for photocopies. Also, public transport is so good. Like you can call an Uber, it's cheap, it's fine, it's not that expensive. Also in India you can get like a private rickshaw, you can get like different sorts of public transport, but here it's not that easy, believe me. And then when you go out, it's not very common. I haven't seen in here in Spain or Portugal, but when I was traveling to other places, they have this thing that when you buy some drinks, they make you pay a deposit for the glass or for the cup, and when you give back the cup you get that money. So this is also a little bit weird, but it's good. Like, okay, people will not run away with the glass or something. And then it's very common for people to get shy and ignore you because they don't. It's not because they are not friendly. They are very friendly in Europe and they're very nice, but they are not very used to. Like, for example, Portugal is like more diverse with more international people, I guess, that are non-native speakers of Portuguese. Like for them it is much more easier to talk. But when I moved to Spain, I was hit on my face with this shock. I was so shocked that the people don't like, they prefer to ignore you rather than put an effort to talk. It's because they're not very confident. Even the students in the university are the same. Not all, of course, but some, like most of them, they are like not very confident with the language English, and that's the reason they would prefer to ignore you than to make an effort to have a conversation with you. So you have to learn Spanish rather than they try, like if you want to talk to them. Then a very big shock. So as we see in Hollywood movies or something, in America and in here in Europe also, the changing rooms are like open. So for the first time when I was there, you don't have doors, like separate compartments where you can change. It's for the female and male, of course, like it's different in that way, but they're not rooms. They're like a big room that is called changing room, and then there you go and change, and everyone is changing in front of you. So and it's very common to take off your clothes in front of the women or men, like men in front of men maybe, and women in front of women. So this is a big difference from India. Like of course we change clothes, but we would not take out all our clothes in front of our friends, of course. Meaning, for the first time when it happened, I was not very confident and comfortable, but okay. Next is the dinner time. Oh my god, like in India we eat around 9 or something, and it was same as in like it, I think it depends on the country. Also in Portugal they used to eat the dinner around 9 something, but in Spain they eat lunch around 3 maybe, and they eat dinner after like 10 or 11. So you will starve yourself. And all the restaurants, if you go around 8:30, are empty, like completely empty. You will be the only one going there and eating. So if you want to get a table in a restaurant, it's a very good thing. So you can go early, you can get a table, and then you can have your dinner peacefully. But like you will starve yourself if you're not used to this thing. So yeah. And then next, so if you have a birthday or something, for example, people told me also in sometimes in the weddings they do that I don't know, because I haven't been to any European wedding, but on birthdays, yes, I have been, and you pay your own share. For example, in India, when it's someone's birthday, they pay for the whole meal for everyone who they're inviting. But in Europe, you pay your own part, whatever you're eating, even if you are going for team lunch with your professors or with anyone. Here sometimes my professor pays. For example, for Christmas she took us on a team lunch, but she paid for it. But in general, when there are like large group of professors and different like people, you pay your own part. I think it's good also in some aspect, like nobody is burdened with anyone's share of money. Like no, there is no pressure on someone to mandatory pay for someone. But in India it's like we are more like, I don't know, we are more loving and accommodating. We love to feed people, we love to share everything, you know. It's the cultural thing that we have. So even when we cook something, we always share the food, and we invite people for lunch and dinner for no reason. So for me, it was in the first time it was my birthday only. So okay, it helped me because okay, I don't have to pay for everyone. Okay, maybe a dessert or something, but not for everyone. But in Portugal especially, everyone pays their own part. And if someone wants to gift you something, of course they will gift you something, or they might buy you a cake or something. Okay, they're very loving, but I think it's the difference because of the countries, and it's how they have lived their whole life. So in both ways, nothing is bad. I think people know how to survive in every kind of situation, and that's how it should be. I think these are the basic cultural differences that I felt. Also, like the body. If I felt like here nobody judges you how you look, if you are thin, if you're fat, that this thing is very common in India. Like relatives or some random person will start commenting on your body, on how beautiful or how ugly you are, maybe. But here nobody cares. Everyone knows, like, okay, everyone is different, so actually nobody cares. And nobody caring is a good thing and a bad thing too, as I can say. For example, if you're in trouble, then also nobody cares unless you go ask for help. And that's the reason that, every country is good and bad and has a good part and bad part in their own ways. But I think it's amazing, and I'm always grateful to be here and to get this place to explore this kind of life here. And I'm on my own. So also, people telling me that I travel a lot. Okay, this year I'm not. This year I'm just working a lot, and okay, maybe traveling very less than the last year. Last year I had more time to do stuff, though that's why I was traveling. Also, I was not wasting my parents' money, believe me, it was mine. So don't worry about it. And yeah, take life as it comes to you and go with the flow. Everything will be good. That's how I deal with life. And yeah, so these are the cultural differences that I felt after moving to Europe from India. And I hope you like the video. If you like the video, don't forget to hit the like button and comment below if you have something more to add. And also, like, subscribe to my channel, and I promise you that I'm gonna try to be more active. These days are really hard for me to be very active, believe me. Also, last thing, some people tell me that my accent is different. It's because it's difficult for us, for Indians, to speak Indian English and expect Europeans to understand it. Believe me, we are not showing off anything. It's just because they don't understand Indian accent very well. So that's the reason we have to adapt so that we can express ourselves and they would understand us. So it's nothing to show off, it's just for them to understand us, because already we have one difference of language, we have a barrier of language, and if they don't understand English, it will be a big problem to survive here. So that's the reason I'm clearly stating here. So don't mind my English, and see you soon in the next video. Till then, take care, bye bye.